as I mentioned before, this isn't your basic accreditation course. You're not going to walk away today with a freshly printed certificate saying that you're a spray foam master and you can offer all these crazy roofing or these spray foam roof and coating warranties. You're not going to walk away with a gold star on your shirt. In my opinion, these short condensed classes, those are part of the problem, because there's a huge lack of understanding in the spray foam and roof coating world. And if we don't begin to take the bull by the horns, it's going to come back and bite us in the ass in a big way. And it has in some states already. I grew up playing football, so I'm going to use a football analogy. This phase 1 operator basic training is kind of like fall camp, a football fall camp. A lot of you may already know the information that we're going to be providing to you, especially in these earlier classes. But just like in fall camp, we have to strip everything down and start at the basics so that we all are on a level playing field, practice as a team, build off of these basic fundamental blocks so that we have a solid foundation to do some of the more advanced stuff down the road. So if you know the information, bear with us. But this is just as important as 6 weeks from now. And as I go through this information, feel free to punch questions down in the chat box. Myself or the other instructors will do our best to address them as they pop up, if time allows. But if it doesn't, then we'll definitely make a point to answer the next go around. One thing that I've always said is that if you're not taking notes, you're not learning. You have to have something that you can go back and reference. But with that said, if there's something that you missed or something that we didn't get to, or you just want to go back and brush up on some of the previous knowledge, all of this will be uploaded to our website. Also, our YouTube channel, which is typically the best avenue to watch the videos, will have all of the notes and the links inside of it. And then there'll also be the YouTube podcast channel. But just like any other roofing system, if spray foam and coatings is not done correctly, it can wreak havoc on the building that you're trying to protect, but also come back and wreak havoc on your business as a roofing contractor. Unlike other roofing systems, spray foam roofing systems are manufactured on site. You are manufacturing the final product on the job site. So the room for error compared to other roofing systems is so much narrower. And that's why we're emphasizing over the next several weeks during this operator qualification training, the basics of the acronym that we call SHAPE: safety, health, application, procedures, equipment. So as Butch goes into the safety and health portion today, it's just know that it's offered in good faith. This is the legal portion of it. Offered in good faith and without warranty. This information is not intended to replace any formal health and safety trainings. We are not liable for any of your losses, damages, expenses, or injuries. Always refer to the safety data sheets. Even if you do get your qualifications, any material has their safety data sheet. You're required by OSHA to keep those on site. It's a good idea in case an accident happens. So always have your safety data sheets. But where you can get certified for your safety and health is through the American Chemistry Council. They have a spray foam chemical health and safety training. It covers everything from handling the chemicals, disposing of it, potential hazards for you and others around you, the engineering controls, PPE, all the things. It's free, it's thorough, and you are certified after you pass their exam, and it's nationally recognized as kind of the leading expert. I will include a link to their course below, and I strongly urge you to get that. And then I think it's good for every 2 or 3 years, and then you have to do some continuing ed. Like I said, I'll have that link below. When you're manufacturing a spray foam roof, what are you actually manufacturing? It's a cellular plastic. You're essentially taking two gnarly chemicals, you're putting through a heating process, you're putting them through a pressurized process, you're pumping them through hoses to the tip of your gun where they're sprayed out and atomized and they combine together, and that chemical reaction creates a material. Once they are properly combined, essentially then that's when they react and form and create this watertight barrier. The reason I say all of that before I hand it off to Butch is to get to this point. I started in this industry 10 years ago. Just in my general area of Colorado, 3 spray foam roofing contractors who were veterans in the industry, started their businesses well before any safety and health has become what it is today. They've all died of lung cancer. You could argue that they were smokers, sure. Some of them quit, but the mere fact that that's happened already has given me a heightened sense of security. I became friends with a couple of them. They were mentors of mine, so it was a pretty personal loss when I found out that they were gone. I also did not take safety and health as seriously as I should have when I first started. Fortunately, I learned quickly, but it's also a little bit too late. I don't have it as bad as some other people, but I've become sensitized to the chemicals. I will always wear fresh air when I'm around these chemicals. I strongly urge you, to take this safety and health portion serious throughout the entirety of your career. And on a side note, which I'm sure Butch will say or mention, once we get to the point where we're visiting your job sites or we're training at our in-class presentations and our field days, we won't be around very long if you're not taking your health serious. So let's nip this in the bud early on. Let's all get on the same page with this, and I'll let Butch take it from here.